and welcome to the third edition of Douglas 30. My name is Alicia James. In today's episode, we'll explore a range of topics affecting faculty, staff, and students at Alcorn State, including ROTC, the ASU Gospel Choir, the School of Arts and Sciences, and what it is like being a college student. Stay tuned for those stories and more after the break.
You want some of this before I finish it off?
No, Ariel, and you shouldn't be drinking. You're about to drive.
Girl, I do this all the time. It's okay.
We could get into a car accident.
I've never been in a car accident before, so I think I'm gonna be fine.
Okay, well, you could risk your life. I'm not.
Every 30 minutes, someone is killed in an alcohol-related crash.
The penalty for drinking and driving may be losing the privilege to drive for at least a year.
Call a cab. If the destination is near, walk home. Have a designated driver, and before you drink, give him the keys.
Don't drink and drive.
Welcome back to Douglas 30. Here at Alcorn State University, we have the Reserve Officer Training Corps, which is here to aid students who have hopes of becoming an officer in the military. I went to the ROTC building to shed light on the program. ROTC is Reserve Officer Training Corps, but here at Alcorn State University, ROTC goes above and beyond just those 4 words. ROTC is advantageous to students all across the country. They are able to become physically and mentally fit, meanwhile prepping their future through leadership skills and internship opportunities.
The ROTC program brings discipline to this organization, to this campus. We have a whole array of things that we teach them. Not only do we teach them military, we also teach them life skills. We have young people buying cars for the first time. Some of them are without families. When I say without families, they don't have families near. We're a family here. And I can honestly tell you that these young people have the tenacity, they have the enthusiasm, they have the discipline, they have the perseverance that'll take them not only in the military, but it'll also take them further in life. So this program helps out Alcorn. It brings a different light, because not only are now civilians looking at this school, now you have people from Department of the Army, you have the Marines, you have the Air Force, you have the Navy looking at all our young people. And this semester alone, we're going to be pushing out 5, when I say pushing out, we're going to be commissioning 5 new lieutenants, 2 to regular Army, 2 to the National Guard, and 1 to the reserves. So this is going to give them a step ahead of their peers right here at Alcorn State University. We get them into physical shape. That's another thing that this program does for everybody. We also help them with budget management on their finances. So this program helps out Alcorn. It brings a different light. Not only is Alcorn the SWAC championship for 6 times, you also have Alcorn State University, ROTC, that is known through the whole U.S. Army. They know about Alcorn State University.
This is Alicia James reporting for Douglas 30. The Alcorn State Gospel Choir recently recorded a concert to virtually engage with their audience. Douglas 30's Morgan Bridgman was on the scene as the recording took place. I'm here at Taylor Chapel in Fayette, Mississippi, where the Alcorn State University Gospel Choir is doing a live recording for their virtual concert. After overcoming many battles this year, they are finally glad to be able to show what they have worked on all year. Founded in 1970 by Mr. Bernard Johnson, the Alcorn State University Gospel Choir has been a thriving organization on campus. This group of college students goes out year after year ministering to different people at different churches. However, this school year was different. Although they still had practice in the Fine Arts building like they normally would, they were not able to go out and sing at different churches like they usually do due to COVID-19 restrictions. Therefore, the Gospel Choir decided to prepare for one event, a virtual spring concert. That way, they could still feel accomplished for the year by not letting their practices go in vain, and could also still minister God's word to the masses. I spoke with Gospel Choir Director Xavier Lewis about what he hopes the outcome of this concert will be.
It's definitely what we want to do here tonight is make sure that we're getting the word out to people that God is still God. We can lean and depend on Him no matter what situation there is, no matter what we're going through. And I hope that the outcome of tonight is that not only will alumni see it, not only will former members of Gospel Choir see it, but our fellow students will see it and know that in times of struggle and time of distress, they can lean and depend on someone much like God, who we depend on.
The Gospel Choir, along with their band of musicians, have been practicing for this event all semester. On April 8th, the day finally arrived. The gospel choir traveled to Taylor's Chapel in Fayette, Mississippi to record their event. The choir and musicians, aided by a videographer and a sound engineer, all came together to make the recording a success. The choir sung 5 songs, and with each song they reminded the audience that it was a season of breakthrough. I spoke with 2 members of the gospel choir, the vice president, Jaquavis Dodd, and Micaiah Easton, on how they felt the recording went.
Tonight's event went very well. I think everybody gave 110%. They gave their best effort. We all came together to make a great recording.
I think today's concert went very good. Everyone did very good. The musicians were good. The singing was powerful, and we gave everything we had.
The Gospel Choir's first ever virtual spring concert will air on their Facebook page at a later date in the month of April. Although this is their first concert, they can't wait to see what other virtual concerts they can come up with next school year. Reporting for Douglas 30, this is Morgan Bridgman. After the break, we'll look into what is great about Alcorn and what it is like being a college student.
Oops. Uh-oh.
Get on top of it before they do. Every 24 minutes, tipped furniture or a falling TV sends an injured child to the emergency room. Preventing tip-over incidents is easy, inexpensive, and only takes 5 minutes. Learn how to secure your furniture and TVs to protect children at anchorit.gov.
When someone gets a COVID-19 vaccine, it tells their cells to pretend to look like COVID-19. And because their body thinks they're sick with COVID-19, their natural defenses start preparing antibodies to fight the virus, even though they aren't sick and don't have the virus and won't attack their cells that are pretending. Now with their body prepared with antibodies, the real COVID-19 virus can't make them sick. So, get your vaccine when it becomes available, so your body is protected. A message from Cincinnati Children's.
Welcome back to Douglas 30. Alcorn State offers many different things to appeal to the many students enrolled here. Douglas 30's Tia Larkin sat down with a current student to see what she thinks is so great about Alcorn.
What is so great about Alcorn State University? I am here with Sierra Dennis, where she would tell us about why she chose Alcorn.
I chose Alcorn because of the family atmosphere that it provided. When I was in high school, my sister is an Alcorn alumnus, so she used to always bring me to the games. And seeing the atmosphere that was at the games, it made me want to go to a HBCU. So initially, I did not go to Alcorn at first. I went to another school, and I was looking for that family vibe that I got from Alcorn that made me want to choose a HBCU. But I didn't find it at that HBCU, so I decided to come back to Alcorn because that's what I wanted. That's what the atmosphere that I wanted to be in, and I haven't regretted my choice since I made it.
Dennis also talks about what Alcorn should improve on more to keep more students coming to Alcorn.
One of the things that I would like to see improve at Alcorn is the campus parking. Because we stayed so far back, the campus is so far back, away from everything. A lot of people commute, so that means a lot of cars on campus, but there's not enough space for all of the cars. So it's often, a struggle trying to find some campus parking. Another thing I would like to see improve on campus is campus engagement, like events sponsored by the campus that they have on campus. We have a lot of space to do a lot of things, and I believe, it's just a lot of potential to do a lot. So that's just 2 of the things I would like to see improve at Alcorn.
This is the Inside Scoop of Alcorn State University. This is Tia Larkin reporting from Douglas 30.
Being a college student has its many ups and downs. Reporter Ariana Lowry interviewed graduating senior Tyreek James to get his perspective on what being a college student is like.
Being a college student, especially at an HBCU, can oftentimes be rewarding, but also a challenge. That's why I sat down with senior agricultural science major Tyreek James and listened to his insight of what a college student's life is like since he has mastered the experience within his 4 years.
You have to be willing to be a people person because this campus is very family oriented. When I first came out here, I would remember the atmosphere. It was just family oriented. And being a student, it made me I saw it from a non-student standpoint before I came to Alcorn, and I saw it as a student standpoint. So Comparing those two frame of references, it was very much so like the same. Nothing really changed, so I still feel as though like I was a home away from home. So like being a college student at Alcorn State University, it's hard, but it's not hard because like once you like in the family of Alcorn State, like they're going to make sure they look out for you, especially like on game days. They ask, are you students? They see you're part of a band, student government, cheerleaders, athletes, anything like that, or just even a regular student. They'll just send you plates, all things like that.
James also discussed what students can expect from an academic standpoint.
One of the biggest challenges that I faced when I came to Alcorn as a freshman was just making myself go outside my comfort zone and being a more so of a social butterfly per se. So it wasn't hard, but it was definitely uncomfortable, and I think it molded me and helped me with my networking skills, especially when it came to getting around campus, putting myself out there, running for student government association positions, things of that nature. That was really like one of my biggest obstacles that I faced. So as soon as I came to school, I just decided that I wanted to be not more so of a new person or a new being of myself, but I wanted to add value to myself so I could be able to have, you know, the type of relationship or be able to just start a conversation with somebody out back without having a whole conversation in my head on how to approach a person or anything like that. So one of my biggest obstacles that I faced when I came to Alcorn was just elevating my people skills, social skills, and just being more so of a all-around good person. Academic wise, a lot of people think it's easy, but it's not. You have some professors that are going to most definitely be that professor that is going to pull as much potential as they can out of you, and we actually have like a lot of those professors, which I am grateful for, because they make you see things within yourself that you don't even see yet. And the thing I like about HBCUs, particularly Alcorn, that you can have a relationship with your professors and be more so on almost like a personal level with them, so they understand you more and they can actually be more so of a mentor instead of just of a, you know, professor, always being professional academically.
James also discussed what up-and-coming college freshmen can expect when attending a university.
It's not going to be a lot of handouts at Alcorn. Either you're going to have to work because you're not only in competition with your department, you're in competition with students on campus, you're in competition with students going to other school, and so on within the real life world. So expect the unexpected, but don't expect it to be easy, because you might seem like it's easy at first, but it can definitely flip the script and actually get kind of tough. So I say expect the unexpected, but always go in with a clear and positive mindset that you're going to accomplish your goals that you set for that day. Some advice I would give to students that are looking into Alcorn State University or plan to attend Alcorn State University is to take each opportunity that is given or presented to you, because you never know where it'll lead to. I had a couple opportunities that I took for granted and that I don't regret. Make sure you put yourself outside your comfort zone, because when you're outside your comfort zone, definitely you tend to grow the most, and you tend to prove yourself wrong because you didn't expect yourself to like finish it, or you didn't expect yourself to even think about doing it. So if you think about doing something that you usually not, you know, like comfortable doing academic wise or anything like that, I definitely say go for it. Go for each opportunity, and don't forget your main purpose of being on campus or attending school, and just be a college student. Enjoy your college time, because college days swiftly pass. They really do. And once they're gone, can't get them back. So I definitely advise them to do all they can do academically and studently. Being a student at Alcorn State, have the best time ever you can on both sides.
Overall, being a college student has its ups and downs. However, the key is to push until you obtain your degree. This is Aubriana Lowry reporting for Douglas 30.
We will be back with more Douglas 30 after the break.
Why would you bully me?
Why would you bully me?
Why would you bully me?
Because it makes you feel cool? Because I'm different?
Do I touch a nerve?
Does making me feel bad make you feel good?
Why?
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 Bullying hurts. Bullying abuses. Bullying kills. Why would you bully me?
Welcome back to Douglas 30. Alcorn School of Arts and Sciences is one of the largest schools here on campus. Douglas 30's Anisha Jackson talked to the dean of the school to get more insight on what all the school has to offer.
At Alcorn State University, the School of Arts and Sciences is the largest school, which is about 45% of the student population. The main focus of the School of Arts and Sciences is to ensure that each student is given the opportunity to dedicate themselves to their dreams and aspirations. The School of Arts and Sciences is uniquely designed to cultivate the minds of those students interested in productive careers in the STEM areas, more specifically biology, chemistry, mathematics, computer science, social work, and the military. It also offers careers in English, fine arts, music, and communications. Dr. Pat Lola, Dean of School of Arts and Sciences and Professor of Biology, gives us more insight.
I've been here at Alcorn State University over 23 years. I started in the Department of Biological Sciences as the assistant professor. I've been the Dean of School of Arts and Sciences for the last 8 years. The proud moments are always the same. When we see our successful students, some of our students went on to the medical school, law school, and they have been very successful in their career. So that's the proud moment. When they are matriculating, they have the presidential and dean scholars and summer internship. Those are the proud moments. So sometimes we get the emails from our previous old students who say that the experience we had at Alcorn State University has changed my life, or your class has made the difference. So those are the proud moments. So nothing else equals that.
Alcorn's largest school provides fundamental knowledge backed by character-building programs that will prepare you to make a difference in the world. This is Anisha Jackson reporting for Douglas 30.
Thank you for that story, Anisha. The library here on campus is a great facility for students to complete any work that they may need done. Reporter Kyla Washington was on the scene at the library to see how it helps students.
Good afternoon. I am Kyla Washington reporting live from Douglas 30 TV. Here on Alcorn State University, many students come into the library to complete exams, tests, and homework assignments. Today we will go in and talk to students and ask them about the time that they spend here in the library.
Here at the J.D. Boyd Library, many Alcorn students come inside the library daily to complete assignments, tests, and exams, and other academic work. Students also take the time out to come to the library and use the equipment such as computers, printers, and other resources such as the Writing Center and the Math Lab. In the library, many students come to study, socialize, and relax. Freshman biology pre-nursing major Oriana McGee shares how much time she spends in the library along with what she do when she comes to the library on the daily.
Probably spend maybe around 3 hours, depending on what time I come in here. And I do come to do my work and stuff like that. And if I finish my work early, I just sit around, talk to my friends, probably watch something on my computer or play a couple games or something like that. I'm actually more focused in the library because in my room, I know for a fact, like if I get in my bed and try to do work, it's not gonna get done.
Another student, Jira Franklin, a junior animal science major, shares the time that she spends in the library along with librarian Miss William, explaining the average time a student will sign in and out of the library to study or use resources that are being offered.
I usually come in here at least like once every other week. I've been having a lot of group projects lately, so I've been up here for group projects. Sometimes I come here to do work, print. So yeah, I pretty much come up in here when I can't focus because I focus more up in here than I would in my room because I got more distraction in my room, like my TV, my phone. Up in here is quiet. I can just do pretty much everything up in here with no problem.
Librarian Ms. William briefly explains the estimate time students come inside the library to study and utilize the equipment.
Well, students basically spend about, it's like from an hour to 2 hours, and it depends on if it's the final, if the finals are going on, or if midterm is going on. So you will have students coming in during those times, and in between that, you know, they have assignments. And as far as doing their assignments, we have librarians here to assist them with their research.
On average, student spends about 2 to 3 hours in the library studying or doing work. I am Kyla Washington, and this is Doug is 30.
Thank you for joining us on another episode of Doug is 30. We hope you have been enlightened and informed. We'll see you next week.